Good morning. It is Saturday, about the end of June here. I've dropped the ladies off at the airport because they're doing a girls' trip for the bridal party down to Disney World. And I'm taking the time, since I'm home alone pretty much, to find my great-grandfather Willis's gravesite in this much larger cemetery than I thought it was in northern Kentucky. And look here. I'm imagining this is a bunch of World War II folks. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm at section 33. He's in section 72. I don't know where. I have no idea where that is. So I don't know. So there'll be some walking. All right, section 70. So I think I need to get online and pull up a map. Oh my gosh, they've got turkeys. Oh, whoa. Hold, please. Huh, no way. There's 3 of them actually. There's one up there too. And we're heading that direction. All right, so according to the map, that's 73, that's 56. So this is 72. There's a lot of graves in here. All right, gotta start walking. I'm having to clean off a lot of them just to get a clue of what the names are. Don't spend much time at cemeteries, so I'm not really aware of the need to do this. Epley, that name looks familiar. So I found some numbered markers, 430s. We're in the 430s, 437, so 439. So he's in 342. So that'll at least speed things up a little bit. But those are the only ones I've seen. And the problem, of course, is that even those grave marker numbers are really faded, a lot of them. So I don't really know if I'm going the right direction. It is appalling to me how much grass just gets blown on top of the grave sites and they don't blow it off of there. I guess they just need families and volunteers to come clean these off. That'd be something. I'm surprised also they don't have a little, maybe they do have a little volunteer group that comes in at least a couple of times a year and just scrubs these things off. It is a unfortunate part of the human existence is that we are forgotten. You know, a lot of people here, their families might have died out. They might not have anybody. And certainly here I am, 58 years old, finally realizing that my great-grandfather is buried right here across the river, and I've driven by the cemetery a bunch of times. No idea somebody was in it. So the other thing is now that I've gotten further down into this corner of the section, is that I'm into the 50s and the 60s as death dates for folks, and he died in 44, which was where I was, way up in the top. So I'm going to head back up that direction and see what I can find. There is also the possibility that the maintenance of the grave was not in perpetuity, and they might have turned over the plot. I mean, look at this poor thing. The void. It's and these completely covered up with grass clippings. I've been now really one by one through all of that, and I'm sweating, but I'm finally in the 300s. So 30830 stuff. So maybe we'll find him. But I'm sweating because I keep having to clear off gravestones with my feet. Look at this. Okay, the Jacobs here. Am I upside down? 331, the Jacobs, so should be in that row. But we'll finish off this one quick. Well, I'm guessing it's one of these spaces in between in this row. I'm gonna keep going, but that probably would have been that row. I just found a marker way down, and it's 397, so I'm pretty sure he would have been in one of those. So one of those dead grass spots where there used to be a marker. It was great-grandpa Benjamin F. Willis. Well, that sucks. Now I know why there's not a photo on Find a Grave. Rest in peace, great-grandfather Willis. Even if you don't have a marker in here anywhere. Whew. Well, it's been nonstop all morning. I got my Starbucks. I got some donuts as a Saturday indulgence and a peace offering. I yelled at my son last night because he was throwing attitude about like doing stuff for his grandparents, and I was done with it. I told him to stick it up as, you know what, the attitude that is. So I just had to drop something my wife forgot for the trip to Florida off to somebody else who's leaving a little later and meeting them down there. And now I'm finally headed back home. My plan is more gravesite scavenger hunting, which I've been wanting to do for a while, but this means driving up to Middletown. But it's a day that I can do that, so I'm going to. But first I'm going to move Gretchen's car out of the grass into the other spot because we have an extra car while they're gone. Yeah, he's cool. It's the second time I've chased this deer out of the yard today. Go on, get. Are you going to go? Are you going to go? What are you doing? Hi. Now, the reason I'm in the backyard and I have the phone out is because I'm trying to leave to go on the rest of the gravesite discovery quest because I have a day off and I'm single as the wife is traveling, and things just keep getting in the way. Like for instance, my son just pulled the doorknob off of a door inside the house of a closet, which normally doesn't do that, but old house, old doors, and now I'm fixing that. And to fix it, we're going to use the $20 can of lubricant, which is the best stuff that the locksmith says exists. So amazingly, this cemetery, Woodside Cemetery, I've gone first actually to my Uncle Jack's spot. They actually can give you directions, walking directions to it. They are completely hooked up with Google Maps. And I already can see Thomas gravestones from where I am, so I think I'm there. Nope. But I wonder if these people are related, so I'm gonna snap pictures anyway. Found it. Oh, well, someone's kept up with it. All right, so there's, according to the map, there's only like 5 rows that should be in this first section. Oh, there's a tree. I mean, I can show it to you. Right here. Map. So there's that first bit, which is actually on the outside of the fence. And then once we're inside of the fence, we're in that front section. And we're in 17 is where we are. So yeah, I should be right next to the Denny Lumber Company. Should be like right here. So let's look, see how good this is. Well, I'm 1 for 3 today. It looks like Reverend George H. Thomas who is supposedly in this section, has no marker, which, given I'm pretty sure the Thomases were not of means, I'm not shocked. But then why was I able to locate that as the spot when I did it? I don't know. I'll take another look. Move the car, and I'll check the other old section right next to me. After some Googling and looking around.
Arrived.
Just said I'm arrived. On the available websites, I'm back at the other cemetery where my Uncle Jack was born. Because there's 3 George Thomases over here. And according to the website for the Pioneer Cemetery, they moved a lot of graves over here. So now I'm just looking to see if this particular one that had no middle name, well, the middle name was Reverend, and my great-great-great-grandfather, whatever, George, was a Reverend. He was a minister. And so I'm hoping that the George Reverend Thomas, with no date information, that is in this section of this cemetery is him. Pardon me about the frog. All right, so you don't need to see me walk around here. Okay, what's weird is the way they have these like back to back. So like they're facing each other, 2 different directions, which makes it hard to read them. So back and forth we go. One of the George Thomases is in this section, is indicated by the sign there, Group E and Group F. So somewhere in here. All right, so I've covered this, which I believe I covered all of that. I covered all of this, and I covered section E, and there are no George Thomases in any of the marked lots. So I think it's time to just take a picture and hope that that was it. That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to make some progress on that today. Oh well. Ben is calling. I'll talk to you all later. Well, I'm sorry, Duluth Trading. You were a little boring and a little expensive, so I'm going to go into Bass Pro Shops. I mean, it's raining. Why go home? Well, that's kind of festive. Good boy. Man, I got a lot to carry in. So yeah, it was fun to have a big day where I went a bunch of places. But on the other hand, I did not get to complete the task I was attempting to complete. All right, groceries, food, let's eat some dinner and see what the rest of the evening has in store. As I was unlocking the door, I thought, how simple is my life? I have a car key and a house key. That's a great key ring right there. 2 things. A grocery shopping thing, Kroger has raised the prices or lowered the quantity. So I've been buying these packs to eat beef patties, and there have been 10 of them for $10. Now there's 8 for $10. Oh well, the pork chops are still $5. How's that for you? Check that out. We've had some rain. That looks fantastic. I don't think you can read the signs. We are heading across the Ohio River, southward into Kentucky, to a barbecue joint in Covington to see an old friend of mine play guitar and sing and stuff. Because I'm home alone, so I get to do stuff like this. All right, we'll catch up later. And that sun's awesome. Look, there's the bridge.